I'm Tricia Goyer from Kalispell, Montana, and I've lived up here about 15 years with my husband. We have 3 kids. They're ages 20, 17, and 15. Yeah, I think he just had a birthday. I started writing I was 22, and it was right before we moved to Montana. I had grown up loving to read. We lived by a library. I read constantly. And I remember going to church one day, and in the nursery I was just talking with this other young lady, and she had 2 kids too, and I was pregnant at the time actually, and she said she wanted to be a writer, and something just clicked. I'm like, wow, real people can do that. And so we saved up money. I babysat. I had 2 kids and was pregnant. I babysat 2 kids, saved up all my money, and went to a writer's conference. And over time, it took me about 2.5 years, I started getting regular articles in parenting magazines, and then it led to a devotional book for Focus on the Family for kids, parents and kids. It's called Mealtime Moments. It's dinner devotions, dinner topics around the table, and then that led to some other nonfiction stuff. I wrote a book for teenage moms, and that came out of just when I started working with the teenage moms. I couldn't find a book for them. All the parenting books had to do with older married people, and there was none of the issues of boyfriends and school and parents and how to deal with your parents and live under their house and take care of a baby. And so I went to MOPS International, which is Mothers of Preschoolers, and said we need a book for teen moms, and they agreed, and I wrote that. So it's just spiraled from there, and I think I have like 21 books out now. I work with teenage mothers in the area, and I helped start Hope Pregnancy Center here in Kalispell about 10 years ago. I was a teen mom. I had my son Corey when I was 17, so I was a senior in high school. I had been dating a guy for 3 years. I was a cheerleader. I was on the yearbook editing team. I was honor roll student, so planning to go to college afterwards, so life was set. And then I found out I was pregnant, and I remember pretty much dropping out of life after that. My boyfriend dumped me right away. My friends were going on with their lives, and I felt pretty much alone. I dropped out of regular high school, and I just started going to a community school, just finishing up my credits. And I ended up graduating with my class. I decided I'm going to go ahead and do it on stage with my class. Just so someday I could tell my son or daughter, I didn't know what I was going to have at the time, I did it. I graduated, I was on stage, and so I ended up having him on June 21st, about a month before my 18th birthday. But as the years passed, I met this awesome guy, and we had 2 more kids, and I was going along happily with my life. And my pastor at our church came up and asked me if I'd consider helping to start a crisis pregnancy center or a pregnancy care center. And I really remembered what it was like to be a teen mom. I remember not having anyone that could understand, not have any friends, any really people that were there for me except this group of women. And I thought that would be so great if we could help young women who are just in the middle of this crisis situation and help them with everything they need. And so we do pregnancy tests for them, we do parenting education, we have diapers, we have clothes, we have support groups where all the teens get together, and then they find support from each other, which is really cool too. Because I could hear them at the meetings, oh, Friday you want to get together and we'll go to the park with our kids, and what did you do about this, and did you take this class, and can you help me with my homework, all these things that normal pregnant people don't even think about. They're just able to be there and to support each other and to care for each other. A lot of our moms and what they've gone on to do, some of them have gone to college, some of them have gotten married and are these awesome stay-at-home moms taking care of their kids. And one of the young women that from our very first group that I helped, she was 15 at the time and pregnant with her first baby, and she was a stinker. She had this snotty attitude and just really hard person to deal with. But over the months and years, we really saw changes in her. She started caring about other people, she started helping other people, and now she's 22 and she's actually one of our leaders. in our group, and she's over there giving teen moms rides and babysitting for them and helping them. So it's really cool to see how she was helped and then she has turned around and is giving and helping other people. I think it's important for parents, you know, their first reaction is to get angry and get upset and yell and scream and how can you do this? And I encourage parents when I talk to them, really just take a deep breath, and you can call up your friend and you can say all those things to your friend that you want to say. But when it comes to your son or your daughter dealing with this situation, the best thing you can do is say, you know what, there'll always be challenges in your life and this is just one challenge and I'll be there to help you through it. And I think that makes a huge difference, because I think that's one of the things that people are most fearful of, is having to tell their parents and having to deal with the consequences of that. With the Resource Center, we have a mentoring program where they meet with the same person every week and they build a relationship with that person. So they learn about breastfeeding or bottle feeding, or they learn about baby massage, or they learn about all these different things, but they're meeting with one person and they're building a relationship with one person. And we do that on purpose so that it's not just random people that you're going in and we're not just meeting their physical needs, but their emotional and their relationship needs too. And with our weekly support groups, I see that so much with these girls. Their self-esteem is so low. You know, there's so much shame with being a teen mom. They get the comments in the grocery store, they get the comments when they go out, and you know, and they need that encouragement. Is like, you are the mom and your child's not going to have another mom, so God chose you for a purpose. You can obviously do this. You have more love for your child than anyone out there. You can go on and have a good life and do good things, and it takes showing them, you know, or why do you let your boyfriend push you around? Why did you, you know, let your teacher talk to you that way? You know, just showing them that they are an important person, because I think so much in society in general tells them they're a failure. The Hope Pregnancy Center started in 1999 here in Kalispell, so this is our 10th year anniversary. And you know, right from the beginning we had people coming in for pregnancy tests or diapers or whatever, and since that time it just has continued to grow. I think we have 2,000 different people that come through the doors every year. I can't even remember how many diapers they give out. Every I don't know, 70 packages of diapers a day or something. I mean, it's like this huge number of diapers and clothes and maternity clothes. They're connected with community organizations, so when the girls come in, we could give them information about college or about you know, WIC, which gives them nutritious food for their kids. And it's just amazing how when we started, it's like, okay, maybe, you know, once in a while we'll be able to help someone, and just to see how it's continued to grow, and how we're able to reach out to even more people in the community has been amazing.